Hello, everyone. I'm here with a new segment that I call Drink Reviews, where I'm going to be reviewing a drink this time instead of food. So, what I have today is a viewer suggested that I try Steel Reserve and give that a review. Now, I was not able to find a regular Steel Reserve, so what we have today is Steel Reserve Alloy Series Spiked Punch. I don't know what makes it spiky. Maybe it's... I don't know. But it says it's brewed for extra gravity, whatever that is. I guess it's got like a gravitational pull in it. And it's exceptionally smooth flavor. This is by the Steel Brewing Company. And I guess we'll try it out and see what it tastes like. So it comes in a can. Right away, I've already smelling the fruity flavor. Oh, this is kind of messy. All right. So you see here we got like a pinkish red, foamy. It's not as carbonated as I thought it would be when I popped it up. You know, I heard that type noise that you would hear if you were opening up like a Pepsi or a Coke. This isn't as carbonated as I thought it would be. So let's go ahead and take a smell here. I mean, it smells like a fruit punch. It's like a sparkling fruit punch, I guess. So we'll go ahead. This is Steel Reserve Alloy Series Spike Punch going in. Take one more sip. It doesn't seem very heavily carbonated when you pour it out, but as you're drinking it, you really feel those bubbles kind of building up. You kind of feel it building up, and you do belch a little bit. So this might be something to keep in mind if this is something you were drinking around company, that you might have a little bit of the belching. So what does it taste like? I mean, it's called a spike punch. I don't know if that's a kind of berry that they're going for, but I mean, it kind of just tastes like a fruit punch that you would, like a Hawaiian punch maybe, but instead of, it's not quite as sweet. It is fizzy, it is carbonated, but it's got almost like a little bitterness to it. It's not really bitter. It's just it's a little unusual in a drink. It's called a spike punch. I actually find it to be, it's got kind of a flat flavor in your mouth, right? So you drink it and you feel it bubbling, and then it's just kind of got this flat flavor that kind of washes over your mouth. Again with the burping. I don't know if maybe this is not meant to be as cold as I'm drinking it, You know, of course, I got it. I got it from the store. They had it in this cooler. It's very cold. Um, you know, the cold beverage it's actually making. You know, I can feel the coldness in my throat, and it's kind of making me feel a little lightheaded. I think, uh, from the cold of drinking it. So would I recommend this? Well, this is $1.49 at the store. For that $1.49, I mean you get a large serving. It's 24 ounces. You know, so that's basically that's like two normal cans of soda. You know, a comparable. You know, if they have the Hawaiian Punch in a 16-ounce can, and that's $1.29. For here, for only 20 cents more, you're getting, I mean, an extra 8 ounces. That's like 33%, and you're only paying like 15% more. So I mean, I would say it's definitely a value there, but this is carbonated, so it might not keep as well. But I would suggest if you're a fan of fruit punch, you go ahead and you try out this Steel Reserve Alloy Series Spike Punch. But just be careful. You might want to let it come down to room temperature a little bit before you start drinking it, because it will make you a little lightheaded when it's cold. And of course, it is a very fizzy carbonated beverage. So what am I going to give the Steel Reserve Alloy Series Spike Punch out of 10? Well, I think I'm going to give it a 7.6 out of 10. If you like fruit punch, you go ahead and try it out. I mean, I know fruit punch is a lot of people view it as sort of a children's drink and something that you wouldn't drink as an adult, which I think is unfair to categorize it as such. I mean, this is it's a pretty enjoyable beverage, honestly. I mean, the flavor is not that great at first. You know, it's kind of bland, but overall, I would say it's enjoyable, and might want to put it into your regular rotation. Fruit punch, it's not just for kids. You know, I mean, I'm sure a kid would probably like this more. You know, or maybe not. I mean, it's not as sweet as it's like a fruit punch for adults. You know, it's not overwhelmingly, a lot of the things for children, you find that they're maybe a little too sweet. You know, children are like that. They really like to have, lots of sugary sweets and things. Like they like chocolate and candy, and they'll just sit there and they'll just keep eating the chocolate and the candy all the time. You know, they really like sweet things. I wonder why that is. You know, if you ever notice, kids really don't like vegetables or anything that's got kind of a bitter flavor to it. You know, they really like sweet things like candy and chocolate. But I mean, I'm getting a little off track again. The Steel Reserve Alloy Series Spike Punch. I gave it a 7.6 out of 10, if that's what I gave it. That's what I'm giving it now. So I might not have given it a 7.6, but now I'm going to give it a 7.6. The Steel Reserve Alloy Series, it's pretty good. It already went in. I don't know why I'm saying going in.